Hello, friends and followers. Here's the Gonset GSB-100 that I picked off of eBay. So a guy that owns like a vintage, I would say guitar store, amplifier store, radio store in Cincinnati, Ohio, sold me this radio on eBay, and there was one of these for sale for $3.99, and it was like $200 shipping, and that one looked like it worked, but it cost too much. Anyway, this one wasn't as much as that, and of course it needs some work. However, this doesn't look as bad as the Central Electronics that I had bought 2 years ago and fixed. That was really a mess. I mean, this is similar. It's got capacitors hanging around. I think with the Central Electronics, I got capacitors in a box. So, somewhat similar situation. This one's missing all of its tubes. And it looks like the VFO, PTO, whatever's in this thing is... I had the guy take the knob off, but it looks like it's frozen. So I'm going to take this apart and fix that. But I have to commend the seller of this thing. He wanted local pickup, and I got him to send it because I figured nobody would buy from the guy if he didn't send it. And so he sent it to me. The guy triple boxed this thing in 3 boxes. The outer box was really a shambles. The inner box wasn't bad because he double boxed it, and then in a box inside of that, an Amazon box. Then he had this thing bubble wrapped pretty well. So this thing survived without a dent, a scratch, or a wound. It just simply got here. And I'm really thankful for that. I think I paid about $84 shipping. This thing weighed in at 63 pounds on my scale when it was in the 3rd box. The most inner box, I had 63 pounds in this thing. So it wasn't 93 pounds that I paid for. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Here it is. So looking under here, the band switch doesn't work. It looks like it's loose though, so I gotta tighten up this this nut. You can see where when I wiggle the knob, the wafers move. It's a bit Drake-esque, and then it has this little 90-degree transmission that goes into these stages here. So that would need to be cleaned up, much like a Drake. I love the size of this thing, how it's got some room to work on it. Anyway, it all seems like it's here. All the tubes are missing pretty much, but there's no crystals missing. It looks like a guy was gonna fix this thing recently, and so he must have died or something. It's crazy, but there's a receipt in this book that outlines this guy here. A Joseph Giblin had bought a manual for it. April 27th. I wonder if he died. And this is the manual right here. And thank you for buying the manual. But then he must have died because here this thing sits. I'll have to look him up. Anyway, it's in nice shape as far as what I have here. It's not bad. Not bad at all. There's no tubes in it. So I took it apart just to see what was on the bottom. Actually, I took it apart to figure out why this is frozen and fix this first. So it looks like this is on a pulley. Okay, wait, right here. I want to fix why this is frozen. The knob, of course, I had the guy take the knob off. This guy was so cool. You know, I said, would you please take the knob off? Because I figured this little twirler would break, and he took the knob off. He was so nice. Took the knob off, it didn't break, thank God, because, you know, you buy this thing for the aesthetics and the beauty of it, and just the manufacturing and how it's made and how it feels, and just the knobs and the look of it. This thing is fantastic to me. But anyway, I guess I'm a Boneacre guy. So, at any rate, it's got a plug-in relay, which I like. That's rather modern, isn't it? Bunch of transformers for doing the sideband. This does the synthetic sideband where it's all what's it called, phasing sideband. It doesn't have a crystal for sideband, so that gives it better fidelity, I've heard. Anyway, you can see there's a bazillion tubes missing, so I have to, there's a ham fest tomorrow in Belton, Texas, so I might go to that and see. Something scratched me there. See if I can get some tubes for it. I doubt I'll find any tubes, but I have to pay the high eBay prices for tubes. Anyway, that's how it looks here. This thing might even clean up down here too. It doesn't look corroded. It just looks filthy, so yeah, I think I'll try and clean it up. There's also room to clean it. I wonder if the capacitors got replaced at one point. I don't know. Anyway, it takes two 5U4 tubes, which are kind of low voltage, so that's kind of cool. I could put in diodes to get rid of those tubes, but I don't think I will. I think I'll just leave those in there. Put them back in. I don't think I'm going to try and change this thing around at all, really. Just have it for what it was and what it is. So that's that. I'm going to look at the VFO and figure out why it doesn't turn. And do that first. And maybe order some tubes for it. It needs a lot of tubes, so get some tubes for it. So it does weigh about 60 pounds, I guess, out of the box, so that's not so bad. I used to be able to curl a weight that was 50 pounds back in 2015, but I was 10 years younger. I probably can't curl 50 pounds, and that was really a risk for my elbows because that's hard on your elbows. So anyway, this is the radio. I'm really happy to have this thing. Why am I so happy? I don't know. Because it uses phase modulation for sideband, and I really want it for AM because there's about 5 or 6 AM guys here on 7160. Uh-oh, what do I see here? Oh boy, here's a hack down here. Ay, ay, ay. So this is what? Maybe he put a, some type of, I don't know what this is. It looks like a modification of some sort. He's got a capacitor and a resistor in here. Anyway, I'll just take all that crap out because it's non-standard and I don't know what it is. So that, I heard something banging around in here and now I know what it was. All right, thanks for watching. There's the case for it right there. It flips up, it's really nice. Okay, well, thank you for watching, and this is the new project. I hope you'll enjoy it as much as me. Take care.